Oh my gosh, today's record. Something I'm actually familiar with. The Grassroots. This is Lovin' Things. I like the Grassroots. Love, you know, a big fan of The Office. I mean, John and I used to watch The Office over the phone together before he moved out here. And so it was part of our beginnings of our relationship. So all really good memories of course, Creed Bratton from The Office. There he is again there. I love to point that out. I love how on the show they even said that Creed was a member of the Grassroots. So that just makes his story even stranger. So here's the gatefold. I don't really know the albums that great. I'm looking to see if I know any of these songs. Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, I don't know anything on this. This is on Dunhill from 1969. Here is the Dunhill sleeve. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't know anything off of this album, but I love that song, Feelings. It's great.
Here we have the Grassroots Lovin' Things from 1969, their fourth album overall, and their last one with guitarist member Creed Bratton, who you all know later on from The Office. He left the band soon after this album was released. He was unhappy with the direction the band was going, not being able to contribute more original material, and he partly left, partly got kicked out, because at the time they did a gig at the Fillmore West and he got very inebriated and came on stage completely naked, eventually pissing off Bill Graham, and eventually they kicked him out of the band at the time. It's also the last album with any songs written by P.F. Sloan, who was one of the songwriters along with Steve Barry, who created the Grassroots. There's only two group compositions on here, best one of which is I think called Fly Me to Havana. Yeah, Fly Me to Havana, which has a bit of a Kinks-ish riff to it. Also, I've got this at a record show up here, I believe. I picked it up because they covered the Equals. I get so excited. Equals covers at the time very low on the ground at the time. Not many of them out there. Lovin' Things was the hit. A lot of horns and strings. A lot of critics, reviewers say that with the Grassroots, Dunhill was trying to come up with like their own version of the Monkees. And after this album is when they kept having hits, but it's just kind of just bland, to me at least, bland AM pop, you know, inoffensive, Marsha Brady listening to it while she does homework music, basically. But not a bad album. I enjoyed it. Lovin' Things was the hit, so the Grassroots, 1969 on Dunhill Records, last one with Creed Bratton.